Today we're continuing to read The Brothers Karamazov. He could not speak. He gasped for breath. He pressed my hand warmly, looking fervently at me. We did not talk for long. His wife kept peeping in at us, but he had time to whisper to me, "Do you remember how I came back to you that second time at midnight? I told you to remember it. You know what I came back for? I came to kill you." I started. I went out from you then into the darkness. I wandered about the streets, struggling with myself. And suddenly I hated you so that I could hardly bear it. Now, I thought, he is all that binds me, and he is my judge. I can't refuse to face my punishment tomorrow, for he knows all. It was not that I was afraid you would betray me. I never even thought of that. But I thought, how can I look him in the face if I don't confess? And if you had been at the other end of the earth, but alive, it would have been all the same. The thought was unendurable, that you were alive, knowing everything and condemning me. I hated you as though you were the cause, as though you were to blame for everything. I came back to you then, remembering that you had a dagger lying on your table. I sat down and asked you to sit down, and for a whole minute I pondered. If I had killed you, I should have been ruined by that murder, even if I had not confessed the other. But I didn't think about that at all, and I didn't want to think of it at that moment. I only hated you and longed to revenge myself on you for everything. The Lord vanquished the devil in my heart, but let me tell you, you were never nearer death. A week later he died. The whole town followed him to the grave. The chief priest made a speech full of feeling. All lamented the terrible illness that had cut short his days. But all the town was up in arms against me after the funeral, and people even refused to see me. Some, at first a few, and afterwards more, began indeed to believe in the truth of his story, and they visited me and questioned me with great interest and eagerness. For man loves to see the downfall and disgrace of the righteous. But I held my tongue, and very shortly after, I left the town, and 5 months later, by God's grace, I entered upon the safe and blessed path, praising the unseen finger which had guided me so clearly to it. But I remember in my prayer to this day the servant of God, Mihail, who suffered so greatly. Chapter 3. Conversations and Exhortations of Father Zosima. The Russian monk and its possible significance. Fathers and teachers, what is the monk? In the cultivated world, the word is nowadays pronounced by some people with a jeer, and by others it is used as a term of abuse, and this contempt for the monk is growing. It is true, alas, it is true, that there are many sluggards, gluttons, profligates, and insolent beggars among monks. Educated people point to these. You are idlers, useless members of society. You live on the labor of others. You are shameless beggars. And yet, how many meek and humble monks there are, yearning for solitude and fervent prayer in peace. These are less noticed or passed over in silence. And how surprised men would be if I were to say that from these meek monks who yearn for solitary prayer, the salvation of Russia will come perhaps once more. For they are, in truth, made ready in peace and quiet for the day and the hour, the month and the year. Meanwhile, in their solitude, They keep the image of Christ fair and undefiled in the purity of God's truth from the times of the fathers of old, the apostles and the martyrs. And when the time comes, they will show it to the tottering creeds of the world. That is a great thought. That star will arise out of the east. And that's the end of the reading for today. Have a good day.